In the heart of southern Africa, where the mountains touch the sky and the rivers carve through the land, lies a kingdom forged by resilience and vision. This is the story of a man whose wisdom and courage shaped a nation, a man who stood against the mightiest warriors and settlers of his time. This is the story of King Moshoeshoe, the founder of the Kingdom of Lesotho. You're about to discover the remarkable story of a man who single-handedly saved his people from the brink of destruction, built a thriving nation, and became one of the greatest African leaders of the 19th century. His name was Moshoeshoe I, and his legacy continues to inspire people across the continent and around the world. In this captivating exploration, we'll delve into the extraordinary life and achievements of this towering figure in African history. Moshoeshoe was the founder and first paramount chief of the Basotho nation, and his remarkable journey is a testament to the power of vision, strategic thinking, and unwavering determination. Born around 1786 near the Upper Caledon River in what is now the modern-day Kingdom of Lesotho, Moshoeshoe's original name was Lepoko. He was the son of Mokachene, the chief of the Mokateli clan, and from a young age he exhibited the qualities that would come to define his remarkable life. As a youth, Moshoeshoe gained a reputation for his leadership skills and daring cattle raids, earning him the name Letlama, or the Binder, which symbolized his prowess as a skilled cattle rustler. But Moshoeshoe's path to greatness was forged not just through his physical exploits, but also through his keen intellect and strategic acumen. In the late 1810 and early 1820, the region of southern Africa was gripped by a period of immense upheaval known as the Lifakani, a time marked by widespread migration, violent conflicts, and the rise of powerful leaders like Shaka, the king of the Zulu kingdom. Faced with the threat of these external forces, Moshoeshoe made a decisive move that would come to shape the destiny of his people. He led his community southward to the nearly impregnable stronghold of Thaba Bosiu, or Mountain at Night, in the western Maloti Mountains. This strategic relocation not only provided his followers with a natural fortress, but it also set the stage for the gradual unification of diverse groups under Moshoeshoe's nascent leadership. Unlike many other leaders who sought to conquer and subjugate their neighbors, Moshoeshoe embraced a policy of accommodation. As other African groups, seeking refuge from the chaos unfolding around them, joined his community at Thaba Bosiu, Moshoeshoe welcomed them with open arms and incorporated them into his growing nation. Through this inclusive approach and his ability to provide security and stability, Moshoeshoe gradually united the various small groups under his leadership, laying the foundations of the Basotho nation. Moshoeshoe's rise to power, however, was not without its challenges. As the Lifakane continued to ravage the region, he found himself facing threats from various groups, including the powerful Batlokoa, under the leadership of the formidable female warrior Mantatisi. Yet, Moshoeshoe's military prowess and strategic thinking proved to be invaluable assets in defending his people. Unlike many of his contemporaries who relied solely on brute force and conquest, Moshoeshoe preferred to use a combination of aggressive military counteraction and adroit diplomacy to protect his followers. He quickly recognized the military potential of horses and firearms and set about building a formidable cavalry force, becoming one of the first African leaders to do so. This mounted force, coupled with the natural defenses of Thaba Bosiu, allowed Moshoeshoe to successfully repel numerous attacks from his rivals. But Moshoeshoe's genius extended far beyond the battlefield. He was also a master of diplomacy, using his political acumen to forge strategic alliances with powerful leaders like Shaka of the Zulu kingdom. By manipulating these alliances, Moshoeshoe was able to deflect threats from his enemies without resorting to direct confrontation, a tactic that earned him the respect and admiration of his contemporaries. Moshoeshoe's approach to leadership was equally innovative. Unlike many other chiefs of the time, he embraced a form of government that was remarkably democratic for the era. He established a kotla, or court, composed of senior men within his chiefdom, and he actively encouraged lively debate and dissenting views. This inclusive style of governance not only strengthened the loyalty of his subjects, but also helped to maintain the stability and cohesion of the Basotho nation. As Moshoeshoe's power and influence grew, he faced a new challenge in the form of the Boer invasions, known as the Great Trek, which began in the mid-1830s. The Boers, who were Dutch-speaking settlers, were in search of fertile farmland, and they clashed repeatedly with Moshoeshoe's Bosiu forces over control of the Caledon Valley. Moshoeshoe's response to this threat was a masterclass in diplomatic maneuvering. He recognized that the Boers were a formidable enemies, but he also understood the value of maintaining good relations with the British, who were the colonial power in the region. Moshoeshoe leveraged his connections with the Paris Evangelical Missionary Society, which had established a presence in his kingdom, to cultivate relationships with British politicians in Cape Town. In a series of battles and negotiations, Moshoeshoe was able to outmaneuver the Boers, securing several diplomatic victories that allowed the Basotho to retain control of their ancestral lands. His most significant triumph came in 1858, when the Treaty of Aliwal North was signed, granting the Basotho control of land on both sides of the Caledon River, an unprecedented assertion of black expansionism against the encroaching white settlers. However, Moshoeshoe's victories were not without their challenges. As the Boers of the Orange Free State united under the leadership of President J.H. Brand in 1864, the Long Land War turned against the Basotho leader. Moshoeshoe was forced to give up many of his earlier gains at the Treaty of Thaba Bosiu in 1866, and his kingdom faced the threat of complete defeat. Sensing the Basotho's vulnerability, the British High Commissioner of the Cape Colony, Sir Philip Woodhouse, seized the opportunity to intervene. In 1868, he annexed Moshoeshoe's now truncated territory as Basotho land, effectively placing the Basotho under British protection. While this move by the British was seen by some as a betrayal of Moshoeshoe's sovereignty, the Basotho leader recognized the pragmatic advantages of the arrangement. By accepting British suzerainty, he was able to secure the survival of his people and prevent their complete subjugation to the Boers. Moshoeshoe's diplomatic acumen and his unwavering commitment to the well-being of his nation had once again proved invaluable. Moshoeshoe passed away in 1870 at the age of 83, leaving behind a remarkable legacy as the founder and paramount chief of the Basotho nation. Though his power waned in the latter years of his life, the Basotho people continued to revere his name, and he is widely regarded as the father of their country. But Moshoeshoe's influence extended far beyond the borders of Lesotho, as he came to be seen as a model of Pan-African leadership and a symbol of the African Renaissance. His ability to unite diverse groups, his commitment to diplomacy over conquest, and his unique approach to governance continue to inspire leaders and scholars across the continent and around the world. In the end, Moshoeshoe's story is one of resilience, innovation, and a steadfast determination to protect his people from the forces that threaten to tear them apart. Through his remarkable leadership, the Basotho nation not only survived but thrived, and his legacy remains a testament to the power of vision, strategy, and a deep respect for the humanity in all people. If you found this exploration of King Moshoeshoe's life and legacy as captivating as I have, I encourage you to dive deeper into the history of this remarkable leader and the Basotho nation he founded. Subscribe to our channel for more in-depth looks at the pivotal figures and events that have shaped the course of African history, and I'd love to hear your thoughts and insights on Moshoeshoe's story. Share your reflections in the comments below, as I'm always eager to engage with viewers and learn from your perspectives.